Imagine this scene. It is late on a Friday afternoon. You're packing your bag, ready for the weekend. Your boss comes to your desk. They have a big smile, but their eyes tell a different story. They ask for a small favor. This favor is not small. It is a huge project that will take your entire weekend. You feel a knot in your stomach. You want to say no, but the words do not come out. You find yourself saying yes again. What just happened here? You might be the target of a hidden game, a game of manipulation. This is a game many bosses play and many employees lose. Before we pull back the curtain, a word of caution is necessary. The information you are about to read is for your protection. It is a shield, not a sword. We are here to expose these tactics, to give you the power to see them and defend yourself. This knowledge is meant to empower you, to help you create a healthier workplace. The first tactic is one of the oldest in the book. It is called the guilt trip gauntlet. This is when your boss makes you feel bad for having normal needs or boundaries. They make you feel selfish for wanting to go home on time. They make you feel disloyal for taking a sick day when you are genuinely ill. They use your own sense of responsibility against you. Sarah has a doctor's appointment that she scheduled weeks ago. She reminds her boss, Mark, in the morning. Mark sighs loudly. He says, "Oh Sarah, I was really counting on you to finish the big report today. The whole team is depending on it. I guess I will have to stay late and do it myself now. It is okay, you go to your appointment." He smiles a sad, disappointed smile. Now Sarah feels terrible. How do you escape the guilt trip gauntlet? The key is to be polite but firm. You can respond with, "I understand the report is important. I have already completed my part, and it is on your desk." This response shows you are responsible but doesn't accept blame for his poor planning. Remember, you are not responsible for your boss's emotional reactions. A good boss would plan around your scheduled absence. The next trick is more sinister. It is called the gaslighting game. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where a person tries to make you question your own memory, perception, and sanity. A gaslighting boss will deny saying things they definitely said. They will change the story of past events. They will make you feel crazy, forgetful, or incompetent. The goal is to destabilize you. David's boss Jennifer told him on Monday to focus all his energy on Project X. She said, "Drop everything else, David. Project X is our only priority this week." So, David works hard on Project X all week. On Friday, Jennifer calls him into her office. She looks angry. She asks, "David, why isn't the report for Project Y finished? I told you it was the most important task." David is confused. How do you fight back against the gaslighting game? Your best defense is documentation. You must create a paper trail. After every important conversation, send a follow-up email. David could have sent an email saying, "Hi Jennifer, just to confirm our conversation, I will be prioritizing Project X this week. Please let me know if I have misunderstood." This creates a written record that changes everything. Have you ever felt like you are running a race with no finish line? That is the feeling created by our third trick, the moving goalpost marathon. Your boss constantly changes expectations right when you're about to complete a project. You work hard to meet a target, but as soon as you get close, the target moves. This leaves you feeling perpetually unsuccessful and exhausted. The boss does this to keep you constantly working for approval they never plan to give. Maria is a graphic designer. Her boss, Kevin, asks her to design a new company logo. He says he wants something simple and blue. Maria works for days and creates 10 beautiful, simple blue logos. She presents them, feeling proud. Kevin looks at them and says, "These are okay, but you know what? I think we need something more complex now. And maybe red would be better. Also, can you add the company's full mission statement into the logo? How can you stop running this impossible marathon?" The defense is to lock down the specifics from the very beginning. Before you start any big project, get the requirements in writing. Maria could have sent an email saying, "Hi Kevin, before I start the next round of designs, I want to confirm the new direction. The logo should be complex, red, and include the full mission statement. Is this correct?" This forces your boss to agree to a clear, defined target. Here at this company, we are more than just coworkers. We are a family. Have you ever heard these words from your boss? This is the "we are family" fallacy. It sounds warm and wonderful, but honestly, it is often a manipulation tactic. When a boss uses this phrase, they're trying to blur the professional boundaries between you and the company. Real families support each other unconditionally. This work family, however, often expects you to make unconditional sacrifices. It's 6 p.m. and the team is supposed to be leaving. The manager, Linda, gathers everyone. She says, "Team, I know it's late, but we have a huge deadline. We need to show our commitment. We are a family, and families stick together to get the job done. I've ordered some pizzas. The appeal to family makes it very difficult for anyone to say no. I mean, who would abandon their family? To defend against this fallacy, you must always remember that work is a business transaction. You provide your skills and time in exchange for a salary. While it's great to have friendly relationships with colleagues, your job is not your family. When Linda asks everyone to stay, you could say, "I appreciate the offer of pizza, Linda. I have a prior commitment this evening, but I will be sure to come in early tomorrow to help finish up." The next manipulation technique is, honestly, one of the most damaging. It is called the isolation island. This is when a boss deliberately tries to separate you from your colleagues. They might give you special projects that take you away from the team, or they might create conflict by sharing negative, often false information. For example, your boss might tell you, "Just between us, Jessica was not happy with your work." Tom is a new member of a sales team. His manager, Paul, frequently pulls him aside for private chats. In these chats, Paul tells Tom that the other team members are old-fashioned and not as ambitious as he is. He tells Tom not to share his innovative ideas with them because they will just shoot them down. Pretty soon, Tom starts to distance himself from his colleagues. He stops eating lunch with them. What would you do if you felt you were being placed on an isolation island? The most powerful defense is to actively build relationships with your colleagues. Make an effort to connect with them. Go to lunch. Ask them about their work. When your boss tries to tell you negative things about a coworker, do not accept it as truth. You can respond with, "Thank you for letting me know. I work well with Jessica, and I will be sure to communicate clearly with her." Our sixth tactic is a master of creating stress. It is the false urgency trap. This is when a boss makes every single task seem like a top priority, life or death emergency. They use words like ASAP right now and drop everything. This creates a constant state of panic and anxiety. It prevents you from being able to plan your work thoughtfully. Imagine this. It is Tuesday morning, and you have a well-organized plan for your week. Your boss, Steve, rushes over to your desk. He says, "Stop whatever you are doing. I need you to analyze these sales figures from last quarter. The CEO needs them in an hour." You drop everything and work frantically. You rush the analysis and send it to Steve. Later that day, you see the report still sitting on Steve's desk, untouched. How do you escape the false urgency trap without seeming unhelpful? The strategy is to ask clarifying questions to regain control of your priorities. When Steve comes to you with an urgent task, take a deep breath. You can say, "Okay, I can definitely work on that. Right now, I am finishing the monthly budget report, which you said was the top priority yesterday. Can you help me understand which of these two tasks is more important for the company right now?" The final trick we will expose is subtle and confusing. It is the selective praise puzzle. This is when a boss gives praise and approval inconsistently and unpredictably. For a while, they might praise you for everything you do. You feel great, motivated, and valued. Then, suddenly, the praise stops. They might criticize you for the same work they praised last week. This is like a slot machine. Anna's boss, Chloe, was very complimentary for the first month. She would say things like, "Anna, you are a star. This is the best work I've ever seen." Anna felt amazing. Then, in the second month, Chloe became cold and critical. She would find small faults in Anna's work. Anna started working longer hours, trying desperately to produce work that would once again earn Chloe's praise. What can you do when you are caught in this puzzle? The defense is to detach your self-worth from your boss's praise. You must learn to judge your own work based on objective standards, not on your boss's unpredictable moods. Focus on the facts. Did you meet the project requirements? Was the work delivered on time? Is it high quality? Develop your own professional confidence. When you are confident in the quality of your own work, you are no longer dependent on the boss's praise. We have seen the scenes play out. We have pulled back the curtain on the subtle and powerful games that can happen in any workplace. We have explored the guilt trip gauntlet, the gaslighting game, the moving goalposts marathon, the "we are family" fallacy, the isolation island, the false urgency trap, and the selective praise puzzle. These are not just workplace problems, they are calculated psychological tactics designed to control, confuse, and exploit. They thrive in the dark, in the silence of your confusion and self-doubt. But today, we have turned on the light. The power to change this dynamic does not lie with your boss, it lies with you. Knowledge is your first and most important line of defense. Now that you can name these tactics, you can see them coming. You can recognize the pattern when your boss moves the goalposts or tries to make you feel guilty. Remember the defensive strategies we have discussed. Document everything, ask clarifying questions, maintain firm but polite boundaries, build strong relationships with your colleagues, develop confidence in your own work. These are not aggressive actions, they are acts of self-preservation. You have the right to a workplace where you are treated with dignity, where your work is judged fairly, and where your well-being is respected. So, what will you do now? The next time you feel that knot in your stomach or that wave of confusion, you will know what to look for. You will have the words and the strategies to protect yourself. You are not alone. By choosing to see, to document, and to set boundaries, you are not just protecting yourself, you are helping to create a better, more honest workplace for everyone. The power was always there, inside you. Now you know how to use it. The game is over when you refuse to play. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you found value in this video, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Hit the like button if this was helpful and share it with someone who might benefit from it. Have questions or suggestions for future videos? Drop them in the comments below. See you in the next one.